Today I have a huge VHS haul video for you. I got a lot of VHSs from an unlikely source, or maybe a likely source that is not my usual source. But I'm going to show you what I scored, maybe talk a little bit about some of the titles. Probably not all of them, there's a lot, it would take a long time. So let's get into it. What's up, physical media fans? I have a huge VHS haul to show off today. I got all of these titles from my in-laws. So my mother and father-in-law and my brother-in-law had, stashes of VHSs, and I was there recently, and they said, "You interested in any of these?" And I was like, "I'll take them all." So I got a big haul. Some very good titles, and I wanted to show you kind of what I got. I'm going to put this on the floor. I actually have not just this bag, I have a couple of bags. This one as well. So I'm going to kind of go through these quickly and only talk a little bit about some of them, not all of them probably. But I'm going to start with this one. Rambo Trilogy VHS box set. So this includes First Blood Part 2, and Rambo 3. I really like the first Rambo, First Blood. Before it was called Rambo, it was just called First Blood. It was about, a returning Vietnam soldier with PTSD, not necessarily stated in the film, but very obvious from the story and what happens. Who is persecuted, tortured, attacked by a small town sheriff who was a Korean War veteran, I believe, and felt like, I don't know, like he didn't get the glory that he expected to get from war, and so is taking it out on this guy who's returned from Vietnam. It is a very anti-war film, and the character of John Rambo is tragic. In the original draft, apparently, of the script, John Rambo kills himself at the end. So it's tragic, and it has great action in it. It's bad guys versus good guys type of film. It's so good, and then from there, they just turn the character into generic action macho guy, and it's very pro-war. It feels like propaganda after the first one, so it's a weird tonal shift. But this box set is really cool. It's nice. It's glossy. It's a little dusty, but it has the first three films in Rambo. The first one being, in my opinion, the best one by far. I have this. They had this Hanna-Barbera's The Greatest Adventure Stories from the Bible, featuring David and Goliath and Daniel and the Lion's Den. I know the David and Goliath story. I feel like everybody does, but I don't know Daniel and the Lion's Den. I don't think I'm going to bother watching this when I test it. It's propaganda or indoctrination for children if you want them to follow in your Christian footsteps. That's what your aim is. I guess that's why parents would buy these tapes. Another weird one aimed at kids. We have the Wacky Zany video from Kool-Aid. I don't know how they got this, if they had to send away from it, if it came free with, a box of Kool-Aid packets or what, but I hadn't seen this before, and I thought it was kind of a cool little find, and apparently features a section called Stump the Dog, which maybe I'll watch when I test that video out. I like dogs. Flo can attest. Next we have Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz in The Mask. Pardon me. This was Jim Carrey's, I guess the director is Charles Russell, but Jim Carrey was doing Tex Avery cartoon stuff. And they used, special effects and computer graphics and whatever to morph his face and whatnot. But Tex Avery cartoons are, the gold standard of wacky awesome cartoons. And they applied that to this film, The Mask, which ended up being pretty fun. I mean, it might not hold up. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I do remember it being very fun. There's some dust on these things, which is not surprising. All right, we have the meta action film, The Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was in tons of stuff in the 80s. This is an early 90s, I believe. Doesn't say. 1993, copyright 1993. This was, I said meta, it's, you know, it plays on action tropes while employing those action tropes. It's kind of a fun film. So, Last Action Hero. Another Arnold Schwarzenegger action film, True Lies from James Cameron. This one is not my favorite. Pardon me. I was sick recently. I'm feeling better now, but this one with the, you know, the wife deception, there's some infidelity sprinkled in there. Bill Paxton's awesome. There's some great performances in it. You know, the just sketchy stuff with Jamie Lee Curtis's character is distasteful to me. Not my favorite. I don't like it. Next, we have the seasonal favorite, Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase, who, by all reports, is difficult to work with, to put it in the nicest way possible. Sounds like he's a bit of a jerk. A lot of a jerk. But this film is super fun. It's got some great stuff in it. It's a classic now that, you know, we see at Christmas every year for those who celebrate and watch A Christmas Story and Elf and Christmas Vacation. Next we have Platoon, which is Oliver Stone? Yes, Oliver Stone's Vietnam film. It's dusty. Platoon, which is excellent, has some great performances in it. Lawrence Fishburne, Charlie Sheen, not Martin Sheen, right? Charlie Sheen. And Willem Dafoe, or William Dafoe, if you have seen that clip from Conan O'Brien. But this is a classic. It's a good one. A war film. These aren't all genre films. Obviously, they came from, you know, a big bunch of VHSs that my in-laws are like, if you want these, take them. So I took them all. But there are some good ones and some good genre films in there. Next, we have one of the best comedies, UHF. So Weird Al Yankovic's UHF. I mentioned before on this channel that this is one of the films that I saw the most at the theater. The other two being Tim Burton's Batman and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I saw those all several times at the theater, and at the time, the theater closest to me that I could walk to had matinees for $2.50. So I could scrape that together and go to the movies, and I love movies, so I saw UHF a bunch of times. It's so good. It's so funny and so stupid and so absurd. It's awesome. Weird Al Yankovic is a national treasure. Next we have Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee. So Enter the Dragon is, you know, a martial arts film. It counts as a genre film. This one's a classic. John Saxon's in it, I believe. I don't see his name in the... Oh yeah, there it is. John Saxon. He is the dad in Nightmare on Elm Street. He's in Dario Argento movie. He's, you know, great character actor. Next we have Tom Sawyer. I don't know anything about this. So obviously it's an adaptation of Mark Twain story. Apparently it features very early days Jodie Foster. I believe this one is in black and white, MGM. So Tom Sawyer. Next we have another seasonal film. I have not seen this one. We know now that Tim Allen's kind of a POS, but The Santa Claus from Disney. I haven't seen it. Somebody will buy that from me probably. This is Doubtfire, another film that I am not a fan of. And I do recognize that there's some funny stuff in there. Sally Field's great. Pierce Brosnan is great. I don't like the whole premise. I mean, Robin Williams is always great in all of this stuff. That this, kind of deadbeat, unfit father is going to go and drag to be with his kids, and the stepdad's the bad guy, even though he's the one who's there for the kids, who's providing for the family. If I missed anything, if I'm not remembering, like Pierce Brosnan had, a side chick, or, he was an arms dealer or whatever, sorry, I just didn't like it enough to ever watch it twice, and I saw it so long ago that I don't remember if that's the case. Another POS, Mel Gibson in The Patriot. Being film fans, we often have to separate the art from the artist, because a lot of these artists are mercurial and unpleasant. Mel Gibson has taken that a step farther, and he is a fundamentalist, weirdo, bigot, racist piece of garbage. Heath Ledger, early role here for him. I don't remember this film at all. The company I worked for in Los Angeles worked on the advertising campaign for it. I don't remember it. Another Jim Carrey film, Liar Liar. So Jim Carrey was in the 90s, I think the top, maybe early 2000s. Anyway, he was getting paid the most at one point, and I think this came from one of those. Obviously he's a comedy genius. He's good at what he did. I don't know what he's doing nowadays. Painting, right? I think he's painting. Next we have Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump. This is a classic Robert Zemeckis film. Tom Hanks really embodied that role. It's got a lot of great roles in it, a lot of great actors in it. It's fun, kind of revisionist history fantasy film that, does it hold up? Maybe. It's got a good soundtrack. I don't know. Next we have another POS who has a cameo in this film. Happens to be our president right now, unfortunately. So, if you want to know my political leanings, it ain't that. I would probably describe myself as a socialist, or at least a democratic socialist. So, not a big fan of Donald J. Trump, who has a cameo in this film. Lost in New York, Home Alone 2. Home Alone's super fun. That's another seasonal film. I probably watch it every year around Christmas. This is from Chris Columbus. I believe that the original is Chris Columbus as well, but it is produced by John Hughes. I always feel like, written and produced by John Hughes. So, yeah, probably did the first one as well. Next, we have a fun 80s sci-fi film called Inner Space. This one has Martin Short, Dennis Quaid, Meg Ryan. Is that Meg Ryan in there? I think so. Martin Short, Dennis Quaid. It doesn't seem to say. I believe that little painting is Meg Ryan, but I don't remember for sure. Produced by Steven Spielberg, directed by Joe Dante. It's a kind of a weird little sci-fi comedy that has the bad guy from Caddyshack 1 in it as well. It's a good one. Nice. That's a fun one. I might go ahead and watch that when I test it. Next we have E.T. Missing the top flap. E.T. is a classic. Probably a lot of people owned it on VHS. Might have just given you one when you bought a VCR. But obviously Steven Spielberg, E.T. It's a classic. It's a good one. Next we have Mel Gibson back for Braveheart. So Braveheart is, kind of a not a biopic, a historical fiction about this character Wallace. William Wallace, couldn't remember his first name. It's got the iconic blue face paint. You know, they may take our whatever, they'll never take our, they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. I don't know. Anyway, it's a good epic war, you know, like us versus them, underdogs story. But the little bit of trivia that I have for this one is when my dad saw this film, I was living in Los Angeles at the time, when he saw it, and he never called me. Like my mom would call me and say, "Oh, say hi to your dad," and put him on the phone and just say hi. He was, you know, a man of few words, especially on the phone. But he called me to tell me that he had just watched Braveheart and how good it was, and that I got to see it. It's so good. He loved it. Loved Braveheart. His favorite movie of all time, he's passed now. His favorite movie all time was Masters of the Universe with Frank Langella and Rutger Hauer, I believe. That's who's in it, right? Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Does this count as a genre film? Maybe. I don't know. It's a weird comedy with cartoons. It's so good. It's based on a book called Who Censored Roger Rabbit. I feel like Jessica Rabbit has endured for the wrong reasons, probably for like deviant art style reasons, I imagine. Bob Hoskins is awesome in this. Friedman, I can't remember the voice of. Christopher Lloyd is awesome in this. Who's the voice? Oh, Charles Fleischer is the voice of Roger Rabbit, and he does an amazing job. It's a great, funny movie. Saving Private Ryan, another Tom Hanks film. There are a lot of young actors in this one. You know, Matt Damon being one of them, but we have Vin Diesel, we have Cole Hauser, we have a lot of folks. So this is a good one, Saving Private Ryan. It's pretty well known for its opening very violent beach storming scene. I don't know if it's the exact opening, but early in the film. It's a good one. Classic. A comedy tape. Jeff Foxworthy. You Might Be a Redneck If. This might be his first comedy special of this, you know, shtick. You Might Be a Redneck If. Is he still around? Do they still have, like, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader or whatever? I don't know. More dust. Next we have Schindler's List, another Spielberg film. This one in black and white, except for one particular colorized portion that is significant and metaphorical. This is also historical fiction / biopic of this guy who did what he could to do some good during the Holocaust and World War II. That's a good one. Next we have Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings from Ralph Bakshi. It's a classic. Is it a great adaptation? No, definitely not. But it's a fun one. I have a nostalgic love for this one. Next we have Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner. My little bit of trivia for this movie is I saw it with my cousin who held his pee for the entire film, which is long. It is, doesn't say, but I think it's like 2.5 hours long. It's a long one. He held it for the entire film while we were watching Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. 144 minutes, so 2.5 hours longish. And then we rushed to the restroom, we rushed to the bathroom afterwards. And when he was going, apparently the relief or the release or whatever was overwhelming to his body. He passed out and hit his head on the floor and had to get an ambulance ride to get checked out. He was fine. Well, I mean, he turned out to not be that great of a person, but what are you going to do? Next we have Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves in Speed. I do know it's Keanu Reeves. I think it's funny to say Keanu. Dennis Hopper is in this one too, so this is an action, not a mystery. I don't know, an action film, action-ish. that's it for that bag. Next, we have 2 episodes of The X-Files. I really thought that this was like a tape from a box set. It doesn't say that anywhere on it. Maybe you could just buy a tape with a couple of films on it. There was a video store. Oh, it's got a little thing in it. There was a purchase video store in our mall, in our hometown. This is where the family is, the in-laws are. So maybe you bought it there. I assume my brother-in-law got this. But Fallen Angel and Eve are the 2 episodes on this. For whatever reason, even though it's, a great crossover of sci-fi and horror and mix of those 2 things for the show, I never got into X-Files. I don't know why not. It just, the couple of episodes I saw just weren't doing it for me. I don't know. Next we have Apocalypse Now, which has jokingly been referred to as the most expensive surf movie ever, which is kind of, the joke doesn't really work. There's not a lot of surfing in it. This is a long one. This is an extended play tape. It's heavy. 153 minutes. So yeah, 2.5 hours long. Very early role for Lawrence Fishburne. I think he was like 15 playing a 17, 18-year-old, 14 maybe? I don't know. But this is a classic, a good one. It's got some great lines in it. Based on the Joseph Conrad short Heart of Darkness novella, not short. Next we have another box set. So this is the Star Wars original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. It even says just Star Wars on the side and not A New Hope. This is, I don't know what the difference between this, I don't know if it's widescreen. So I was going to say, I don't know. Oh, special offers inside. It's got a little envelope. I don't know. This film has been modified. So this is the full screen version. I was going to say, so I have these on VHS, and they are in a different type of box. I'm going to grab it. I'll show you. So I have the VHSs in the THX widescreen edition. So I guess that's the difference in the box. I also have, it looks the same. The actual tapes look the same, but they say widescreen edition up at the top. So now I have both. I'll probably sell that one though. I will probably be selling these on my in my eBay store after May 24th and 25th, because May 24th and 25th I have the Randolph Street Market. I'll be selling physical media in person here in Chicago. So if you are around, stop by the booth, say hi, tell me you saw me on YouTube, and I'll give you a little present, a little freebie. Next we have Independence Day. A lot of these have little cards. Oh, this has a lenticular. The success of Independence Day has gone beyond anything we could have ever imagined. We knew that we were creating a very special film and are pleased that it has struck a chord with such a vast audience. Now and in the years to come, we hope you and those close to you will have the opportunity to enjoy this film over and over. Dean Devlin, producer and co-writer, and Roland Emmerich, director and co-writer. So it's got a lenticular little VHS card in it that's a thank you from the producer and the director, which is really cool. That's awesome. Next, Apollo 13. This isn't, I mean, it's historical fiction again. It's a fictionalized version of real things that happen. So I guess it's sci-fi, but I really don't consider it sci-fi. It's just like a drama that has some science in it. Apollo 13. It's a good one though. Next we have Rob Roy, Liam Neeson, Jessica Lange in a movie that I have not seen and I don't really plan on seeing. I'll test this VHS. I don't know why this does not pique my interest one bit. Oh, it's got a little sticky tape on the side. There we go. doesn't really pique my interest. Seems too much just like a historical drama to me, which isn't my bag. Now we have Home Alone 1. This one's a great one. It doesn't have Donald Trump in it. It's fun. You know, this is a seasonal watch for me. It's a good one. Jurassic Park. This movie has computer-generated effects that are better than probably at least half of the movies that you see today. I don't understand why, because this came out in what, 93 or so? It's got a copyright in 93 on it. And it is 150 years later, and folks are still not getting their CGI right. Or at least not as right as this film. This is a good one, and it's dark and scary. It is a horror film and science fiction film. Pardon me again. Next we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Secret of the... No, this isn't Secret of the Ooze. That's number 2. They go back in time. Well, there's Secret... No, this isn't Secret of the Ooze either. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. I know these came from my brother-in-law because he was a big fan at the time. Maybe still is. Might love it. Corey Feldman is in the first one. I don't know if he made it to number 3. But I often think of the little animatronic mouth movements that were a little bit uncanny when one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, April O'Neil, opens the door and the boys are all sad, and one of them says, "Splinter, Splinter," and his mouth moves weird. For whatever reason, that really stuck with me. This one looks to be sealed. I think it was resealed. I think it was probably sold by Blockbuster or Family Video or whatever as a used tape. It looks kind of resealed. Yeah, it doesn't have watermark. It doesn't have the proof of purchase sticker on it or anything. But this is The Mummy. Excellent Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz film. It's so good. It really holds up. I watched it recently. It's funny. It's fun. It's a great adventure. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen that before. Next we have Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. I guess this is the second one. I did see this. I don't remember it. So I think the first one is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and this is When Nature Calls. I am assuming this is Ace Ventura 2, right? But more Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey. Two more. Incredible Journey from Walt Disney. This one is sealed and has the stickers. This is a completely sealed, brand new, old stock Incredible Journey with these animals that travel across the country together and face perils and adventure and whatnot. Lastly, we have a sci-fi classic from Joe Dante. Who directed this? It does not say. Oh, I forgot. Story by Stuart Gordon and Brian Yuzna. And if you know those names, this family-friendly sci-fi film it's crazy that it came from them. Okay, it was directed by Joe Johnston. I knew it was some genre filmmaker was behind this. I forgot it was Stuart Gordon and Brian Yuzna. So Brian Yuzna is best known for Society, and he did some other goopy genre films, and Stuart Gordon did some H.P. Lovecraft adaptations, so he did some horror films as well. This guy, Rick Moranis, is also a national treasure. That guy's great. Again, I don't know how he is as a person. Maybe he's a piece of garbage as well, but luckily I don't know that yet, so I can say, oh, he's great. I love him. And by I love him, I mean I love the characters he portrays from Strange Brew all the way through Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I don't know him personally. That is it. My brother-in-law did loan me a couple books. I'll show you just one because I'm very keen to read this one. It's called The Har. I've heard of this book being good. My brother-in-law vouched for it. Apparently it's pretty intense horror novel. So I'm excited to to read that. But that's it. It's a big haul. How many did I get here? So I have 6 times 3, 18, 36, 5, 10, 46, 47 VHSs, I think, if I counted right and quickly. But that's it. If you want to like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. But either way, you will see me the next time I post. Thank you.